What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. So, let me tell you about the time I almost got scammed online. Well, via email. So, as you know, in this day and age, we're constantly putting our personal information on job websites like Indeed, LinkedIn, jobs.com, monster.com, clearance jobs, and all of these various websites that have employment opportunities. So what happened was I got an email on November 1st from a woman by the name of Michelle Whiteside. And it says she's a recruiter from Raytheon. So immediately after getting this email, I don't do anything on this particular day because I just wasn't, paying attention to it because I had other things to do. So what happened was I go back maybe a day later. No, it was the same day. Later on that day, I respond to the email, and before I respond to the email, what I did was I went on LinkedIn and looked her up. Now, what I did not do at this particular time is what I normally do is I go on LinkedIn, look up the person, verify their name, their position, and stuff like that. And then I'll typically respond to their emails. But usually before I do that, another thing that I do is look at the email address to where they sent their email from. On this particular time, I did not do that. So we're emailing back and forth, and by this time it's after 8 o'clock. And she tells me I'm going to get an email from the HR team in about 10-15 minutes. All right? So here's where things get a little nutty. And this is all happening on November 5th. I get an email from someone who is supposedly in HR. And he's supposed to be the hiring manager. Now, again, I'm just overlooking stuff. I looked at his signature at the bottom of the email. It says HR teams, has his name, and then it says HR at the bottom. And again, me not paying attention, I did not look at his exact email address, and I did not even look him up on LinkedIn. This is where I've missed 3 red flags already, right? First, it was the woman that contacted me originally. I didn't look at her information at the bottom of the screen carefully. I didn't look at her email address when she sent me the email. And the guy from the hiring team, I didn't look at his email address completely. So then he sends me this link to a person on Fiverr, and he's telling me to tell her that he recommended me, blah, blah, blah. So I go through that process, and I'm corresponding with her, telling her what I need, telling her who recommended me, blah, blah, blah. So that's where, again, I'm just not paying attention. So I get my resume back, send it to him. He says he ran it through ATS and it looks good, looks great, blah, blah, blah. And now he's recommending that I get my LinkedIn profile SEO optimized. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm saying to myself, I'm going to take the information from my resume, put it in LinkedIn, update my banner, my profile, myself, throw that on LinkedIn. I finish that, and I send him that link to my LinkedIn. Comes back, contact, oh, well, it still needs to be optimized a little more, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, so I asked the young lady how much she would charge to optimize my LinkedIn profile. By this time, more suspicion is setting in. So I'm looking at her Fiverr page and seeing what she's charging for these services, and what she's charging for these services does not match what's on her LinkedIn page. Not only that, it doesn't match the average Fiverr person in her, her niche or whatever. I'll just call it a niche for now. So then I start getting suspicious. I'm like, So then I reach out to someone else on LinkedIn and see what they're charging. I tell them what I need, and okay, it's a decent price. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna pay this other person to do my LinkedIn, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So I did that, got that back, updated my LinkedIn. Now by this time, I had stopped responding to him because it was just like odd. And then the woman that he recommended to me, she kept messaging me, talking about she has my future, I can't remember exact words, but my best interest, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I'm not feeling it. So then, now it gets to, I think, a Sunday, and I send him the link to my LinkedIn, and I don't hear anything back. I'm like, all right, whatever. So the day goes by, so I'm like, let me do my due diligence of what I did not do previously. When I click on her name to see her email address, her email address shows as michelle.recruiter.raytheon@gmail.com. And I'm saying to myself, you damn idiot. So then I look at her information at the bottom of the email, and I'm saying again to myself, you damn idiot. So then I go to LinkedIn and I look this young lady up. Now, here's where I get mind blown, because now her LinkedIn profile does not match her information in the email. Now, her name is Michelle Whiteside, capital M, lowercase I, capital C, Helle. That's what it is on LinkedIn. And the email is MITCHELLE. And I'm like, ain't this something? They almost got me. So then I go to the guy, his information from the email, and his name. Now his name is Michael Pinnock. That's what he has on it, but his email address is michaelpinnox.recruiting@gmail.com. So I'm saying to myself, wow, ain't that something? So I go back into LinkedIn and I put his name in there. Now, a few Michael Pinnocks come up, but the first one is Lockheed Martin. Then I look at another one. One is in Dubai, but it's a different spelling of the name. So I'm like, ain't this something? It almost got me. I say all that to say, if you're actively or passively job hunting, just be cautious. And I say, as a hard rule, if you get unsolicited emails about a job opportunity, be very, very, very skeptical of them. Very skeptical. Also, sanitize your social media pages. What I mean by that is, if you have an email address showing, make it disappear. Make it so that these people have to inbox you on your whatever social media profile or app or whatever the case may be. Have it so that they can only contact you that way. That way, if they send you any type of unsolicited correspondences about a job opportunity or something like that, it's on a social media, whatever, and you can see their profile for the most part if they reach out to you. So that's all I have for you today on this one. Stay vigilant, stay cautious, stay aware, be scrutinized, whatever comes your way. Check it, double check it, and recheck it to make sure that you don't get caught up in no phishing, spear phishing, any type of scams or anything that can, disrupt your life. And that's all I have for you again, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.